sausages with a lovely batter, some bacon, which makes it even more delicious, and some onion. Toad in the hole. Another one of those dishes that certainly ain't what it sounds like. This is an old English peasant dish, traditionally made with cheap sausages. But the sausage is the star, so don't skimp. Buy good quality sausages from your local butcher. I like a good pork sausage, but you could also try chicken, beef, lamb, or if you're feeling really adventurous, the French make a beautiful frog sausage. Très bien. What I do is I take my 4 delicious sausages and pop them straight into my baking dish. What you want is a baking dish, or the dish that you put in the oven, quite small so that the sausages are all snuggled up together. My onion, a red onion, you can use a white onion, whatever onion you want. I'm going to slice it really, really fine, straight across here like this, and then through the middle, and then of course back this way. And this will make the onions nice and finely diced. You want them to cook fairly quickly and caramelise so they stay nice and sweet. And I'll just slice this one up just the same, and then with my knife, all the way through like that. A good sharp knife is essential. You could, of course, grate your onions if you want, but believe me, when you grate onions, it kills your eyes. These onions are already starting to get my eyes, so onto the sausage they go. You can tell these onions are fresh because they're making me weep. Or maybe I'm just reminiscing about my mother cooking me this dish when I was a little boy. Maybe not. I'll just cut this garlic into a nice sort of chunky pieces because it'll cook nice and evenly on the sausages. On they go. And bacon. This is the innovation. This is the ingredient that takes this dish to another level. And what I do is I get my bacon and cut it into little strips all the way across here like this. I'm going to cut it into a similar size as the onion so it'll cook and crisp up and give it that lovely smoky flavour. You could, of course, get your butcher to do it, but it doesn't really matter. For me, it's just as quick to do it with a sharp knife like this, all the way through. Smokiness of bacon, there's a little bit of fat in there to help it flavour up. Oh, look at that, fantastic. Now to that, I'll add just a little bit of salt on top and a twist of pepper. Oh, I love that. And some olive oil, because we want to get it sort of frying a little bit at the start and stop it from sticking from the bottom. A little drizzle of olive oil onto the top here like this. Now this is going into the oven to cook my sausages and get everything nice and crisp and golden. It'll take about 10 to 15 minutes at about 180 degrees Celsius. Into the oven we go. The batter for the toad in the hole is really simple. What it is 100 grams of plain flour, just sifted into a bowl. The reason I sift it is basically to aerate the flour, get rid of any lumps, and just in case there's any weevils, not that there's any weevils down here in our secret lab, but there's all kinds of little bugs and things, and it's a great way to make sure your flour's nice and clean. Into my flour, I've got 2 free-range eggs. With a spoon, I'll just make a little hole in the centre so the eggs go right into the middle. Crack them on my board and just open them up. Free-range eggs are always the best. Have a look at them. Look at the colour on these eggs. Nice and golden. And we know that happy chickens lay very happy, tasty eggs. With a whisk, I just gently break up the eggs and stir it around. I want to get this batter all mixed together. And when I add the eggs like this and incorporate it very gently, this will make sure there's no lumps in here. Just stir it around nice and gently. Takes about 30 seconds or a minute or two. Look at that. And now it's nice and pasty and there's no lumps in here. I add my cream. Now, of course, you could add milk, but I like cream. It gives it a lovely flavour. I'll add about 1/3 of my cream there and just stir that around just to make sure I've got all the cream mixed in and so it gets in there and there's no lumps. You can see it's starting to thin out a little bit and it's becoming more like a batter. Another 1/3 of my cream in there. You could use milk if you wanted to, or a little bit of milk and cream, but I reckon 100% cream is the best way. It gives you a lovely, thick, rich, creamy batter that'll go on top of my sausages and my eggs and bacon. The rest of the cream in there. And you can see it's a beautiful, creamy batter. Lovely. Some salt in there, of course. Mix that around. And now to put it all together. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That's what I wanted. Nice crispy bacon. The sausages are cooked. You can see it's frying. The onions are sweet and caramelised. All you need to do now is grab the batter and pour it on top. Make sure you get every last bit of it out. And that's where a spatula comes in handy. This will make sure none of this batter goes to waste. It smells fantastic. Lovely sausages. This batter will be fantastic on top of it. And all you do is just spoon it around. Make sure it covers all the bits and pieces in there. You could put some fresh herbs in here. You could put lots of things in here. But I think there's enough stuff in here already. Into the oven this goes, and this will take about 15 minutes at about 180 degrees Celsius. And this will be perfect. There we go. Look at that. Looks fantastic. You can see how it's puffed up and risen on the outside, and it's nice and soft in the middle. Now I'll just cut through the middle of this. The thing about this dish that I love the most is it covers some of my favourite food groups. Sausage, bacon, eggs. Oh, look at the sausages there. Oh, pop them on top. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is a perfect dish. Some onions on top of there as well. Oh, what can we do but have a taste of this? Into the sausage we go. Into the sauce, the batter, the crispy crust, the onions, the bacon in there, the garlic. Smells delicious.